There are universal laws that exist in everything in the world. And when you know these laws and apply them to your life, you can create a life of joy and inner peace and bliss and forget the life of stress, uh, disharmony, hopelessness. I'm TK, and these are the universal laws of awakening. And today we're going to do the universal law of ebb and flow, and we begin that right now. The law of ebb and flow reminds us that we will always have peaks and valleys, that there will always be ups and downs. This question about why do bad things happen to good people, it's explained by the law of ebb and flow. There is really no good and bad. There are challenges to be overcome. And when we change our mindset and accept this universal law, we get away from judgment, good and bad. That's really part of the problem. That's a projection of what we've been conditioned to learn. Everything in life ebbs and flows. Vibration was our last law. What was like the law of vibration? Everything has a rhythm, like the law of the pendulum. The same with the law of ebb and flow. There are things we have to go through so that you can get to a peak. Everything ebbs and then flows like waves in the ocean. You accept that the ocean has waves. You also have to accept when you learn this law of ebb and flow that you are like a wave in the ocean, that things will challenge you. Stop labeling them as bad. If you believe that everything is working for your good, if you believe that there is a cosmic reality that all is one, that we are interconnected, like the laws that we've already come through, you know that everything you do matters. Your thought, who you come in contact with matters. How you treat people matters. And so if you have a mindset of, this is bad, I did something wrong, someone is mistreating me, I am a victim, you're not really using the law of ebb and flow. When you have the perspective that, someone is mistreating me, they're not in alignment with these universal laws, don't get pulled down in that. And you say, but I'm going to look all the way over here because I know that what ebbs is soon going to flow, or this valley is soon going to be a peak. When you can use the law to divert your attention to the possibilities of life, to the goodness, to what's coming next. Oh, what do I need to learn from this? I need to learn to stay away from low energy people. I need to stay away from people who aren't aware of how the laws of the universe work because they want to drag me down instead of build me up. I want to be the one building other people up. Let me shift my attention, my focus, my mindset to kindness. Let me do something kind for someone. Let me be compassionate. Let me be charitable. That will immediately lift your vibration and it will immediately put you in a place where you become an attractor to get out of that valley, out of this resistance when things ebb, when that wave comes in before it flows over onto the shore. You have to know in your soul that it's only temporary. It is a lesson to be learned. Take the time in stillness. It all goes back to that stillness, meditation, self-investigation to remind yourself, to remember that all this is just a learning exercise. It's a journey. It's all for my good. So when things go bad, language, when things become challenging or resistant, no judgment, that I can recognize it as part of my journey, that this is just what I have to go through. And if I let myself get depressed or down, I'm not believing in these laws of the universe. So let's just take a real example. I get laid off at work, or I lose my job, my spouse, partner leaves me, my kids don't appreciate me, whatever it is, there's no more money in my bank. Instead of going into a deep depression, going down into, woe is me, why does God do these things? Why am I so limited? You can stop right there and use the law of ebb and flow and say, yeah, I know that this is my challenge. This is my season. This is my time to go through some resistance because there is something here for me to learn. Okay, how am I going to look at my money? How am I going to make more money? How am I going to let money come to me? And you go into stillness, you get the inspiration from the universe, not from what people are telling you, not from what the news is telling you, people with biases and their own challenges to overcome that they want to overlay on you. No, you go within. All the answers are within you. Then you have the inspiration and the direction. It brings everything together. What do I want? Who am I? What am I grateful for? When you do introspection, then any problems you have, you use the law of ebb and flow and say, well, you know what? I do want more abundance, but this is how I want it. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to have a boss that I like. I want to be able to whatever. So the problem is what identifies the solution. So now you can spend your time going for the solution. And the more you do that, the problem doesn't seem so big anymore, because it's not. It seems that way until you use the law of ebb and flow. And you would say, well, it is a big deal. You know, my parents are sick and they're aging. Okay. The law of ebb and flow says everything that goes up must come down. It really brings you to the whole existence of life. Are you mad every time a flower dies, every time someone passes? There's a difference between being sad and having an emotion of, I'm going to miss that person, versus being mad, like, why does this happen to me? People die, people get sick. It's part of the ebb and flow of life. It is law. Stop being mad about what is law, accept law as law, and then flow with it. And then you find it's joyous. It's like swimming against the tide. You're swimming upstream and the water's going downstream. Turn around and go downstream. Go with the flow. That is the law of ebb and flow. Use it for your benefit. It changes everything. Things aren't bad or good. All things are good. They're used for your good, lessons to be learned. And when you can take that into your mindset and your belief system, you have the keys to overcome any problem. I'm TK. Don't forget to subscribe. This is TK Inspirations. Universal Laws of Awakening. My new book, same title, is out now. The pre-sale link, go into the notes, go into the link and go ahead and purchase the Universal Laws now and get the fuller version of these little clips I'm giving you. I'm TK, love and light. Don't forget to subscribe.